Over 60? These 4 bedtime vitamins rebuild leg strength while you sleep. Are your legs getting weaker every week? Are stairs becoming harder? Are nighttime cramps stealing your sleep? You're not imagining it. And it's not just old age. What you're about to hear might shock you. Because there are 4 powerful nutrients that, when taken right before bed, can quietly rebuild strength in your legs overnight. They've been hidden in plain sight and overlooked by many doctors. But the difference they make can be life-changing. If you're over 60 and you want to walk stronger, steadier, and without fear of falling, this could be the most important video you watch. Let's start with number 4, because this overlooked bedtime vitamin may be the missing key to rebuilding your legs from the inside out. You've probably heard of magnesium. It's often mentioned alongside calcium for bone health. Some people take it to relax, others to ease stress or help with sleep. But here's what most people don't realize. Magnesium is also one of the most powerful muscle recovery nutrients a senior can take, especially before bed. And yet, according to the European Food Safety Authority and several studies out of Cambridge and Oslo, most adults over 60 are deficient. Not because they don't eat enough magnesium-rich foods, but because their aging digestive systems don't absorb it as easily. But why does magnesium matter so much for your legs? Think of your leg muscles like an orchestra. They need constant electrical signals to contract, flex, and support your movements. Magnesium acts like the conductor. Without it, those signals become erratic. Muscles twitch, cramp, and strength loss. Now here's where it gets serious. Research in older adults has shown that low magnesium levels are directly linked to reduced muscle strength, slower walking speed, and a higher risk of falls. One large study published in the journal Nutrients even found that men and women with higher magnesium levels had measurably better leg power, endurance, and balance than those with lower levels, even if their diets and activity levels were similar. It's like your body is trying to build a house every night while you sleep, but without magnesium, there's no cement to hold the bricks together. And if you've been experiencing leg cramps in bed, restless legs, or a buzzing feeling in your calves when you lie down, this might be your body's quiet cry for more magnesium. But here's the good news. You don't have to change your entire diet. In fact, taking a small, properly absorbed form of magnesium right before bed could dramatically change how your legs feel in the morning. One of the best forms for this is called magnesium glycinate. It's gentle on the stomach, highly absorbable, and known for its calming effect on the nervous system, making it perfect as a nighttime support. Imagine this. You take it before bed. While you sleep, it supports nerve function, eases muscle tightness, and reduces inflammation quietly, hour by hour. And you wake up not just feeling rested but actually stronger. More grounded, steadier. Now you might be wondering, can magnesium really make that much of a difference? Well, in a 2022 study published in the Journal of Gerontology, seniors who took magnesium nightly saw improvements in leg power, grip strength, and balance in as little as 8 weeks. But even more importantly, they reported something else. They felt safer, less worried about tripping, more confident on stairs and when walking outside alone. And that emotional confidence? It's often the first step back to independence. Does this sound familiar? Do your legs sometimes feel shaky for no reason? Do you grab for railings more than you used to? Do your feet cramp in the middle of the night? If so, this might not just be getting older. It might be a magnesium deficiency whispering through your muscles. Now, before you rush off to buy a supplement, here's something even more important. Magnesium only works if you give it the right conditions. That means taking it consistently, ideally 30 minutes before bed. It means avoiding calcium-rich foods like dairy at the same time, which can compete for absorption. And it means choosing a form your body actually recognizes, like glycinate, malate, or citrate. Not the cheap versions like magnesium oxide that often pass right through you. You can still enjoy a banana or some dark leafy greens earlier in the day to top off your levels. But for leg strength and overnight muscle support, a gentle, well-absorbed form of magnesium before sleep might be the quiet helper your legs have been waiting for. And remember, you don't have to give anything up entirely. You're not replacing one drug with another. You're simply giving your body a missing tool, a gentle nudge in the right direction, one that helps your muscles rebuild themselves while you rest. So what comes next? Because if magnesium is the conductor that keeps your muscles in harmony, the next vitamin on this list is the builder, the one that helps your body physically rebuild torn or shrinking leg tissue as you age. Coming up next is a bedtime vitamin that most people associate with bones, but very few realize how much it does for muscle size, tightness, and even balance. But before we reveal it, here's a quick reminder. If you're finding this valuable and want more tools to help you stay strong, independent, and full of energy after 60, make sure to subscribe to our channel. We share new, science-backed tips each week that most doctors never mention. And if you'd like to connect with thousands of other like-minded seniors, you're invited to join our free community at thegoldenyearsrx.com. You'll find uplifting support, smart routines, and shared success stories from people just like you. Now let's talk about that builder vitamin coming in at number 3. It might be hiding in your medicine cabinet already, but chances are you've never thought to take it at night. Now here's something unexpected, a vitamin you've probably been told is mainly for bones, but it plays a powerful, often hidden role in restoring leg strength and nighttime muscle recovery. It's vitamin D3. Yes, the so-called sunshine vitamin. You might already know that vitamin D is essential for calcium absorption and bone density, and for that reason, many seniors already take it in some form, often combined with calcium. But what most people don't realize is how directly vitamin D affects muscle strength, especially in your lower body. You see, muscles aren't just dumb tissue that moves when you tell them to. They're highly responsive to hormones. And vitamin D3 acts like a hormone in the body, sending messages to your muscle cells to grow, repair, and activate. Without it, those signals start to fade. And as a result, your legs feel slower, weaker, less coordinated. In fact, studies from the University of Manchester and King's College London have found that seniors with low vitamin D levels are significantly more likely to suffer falls. Not just because their bones are brittle, but because their legs are literally less responsive, less reactive. It's like trying to drive a car with flat tires. You can push the pedal all you want, but the strength just isn't there. But it gets even more interesting. When researchers looked at the specific type of muscle fibers affected by vitamin D, they discovered something fascinating. It targets the fast-twitch fibers. These are the ones responsible for quick reactions, like catching yourself if you trip, stepping off a curb, or getting out of a chair with strength. And guess what? These are also the first to decline with age, too. So if you've ever wondered why your legs don't quite have the same push they used to, or why your balance feels just a little off, it might not be your age. It might be a lack of D3 whispering through your nervous system. Now here's the part nobody tells you. When you take vitamin D matters almost as much as if you take it. Most people take it in the morning with breakfast. But new findings suggest that evening supplementation, especially when paired with magnesium, can support deeper muscle regeneration during sleep. Why? Because your body repairs itself at night. Hormonal repair, cellular recycling, muscle tissue rebuilding, it all peaks during deep sleep stages. And giving your body the building blocks during that time allows it to do the heavy lifting while you rest. Now, if you've been waking up with aching calves, sore thighs, or a strange feeling that your legs are weaker than they were the night before, here's something to consider. Studies published in Osteoporosis International showed that older adults who supplemented with vitamin D3, particularly in the 1,000 to 2,000 international units range, experienced measurable improvements in leg press, strength, and balance metrics within just 12 weeks. And even more remarkably, some of them had no idea their muscles were even being affected. They just thought the weakness was natural aging. But once their vitamin D levels rose to optimal, everything changed. They moved better, felt stronger, and most importantly, they became more confident on their feet. Does this sound familiar to you? Have you felt just a little more cautious when stepping downstairs, or sensed a slight hesitation when rising from a low seat? That's not just your imagination, and it's not something you have to accept. There's actually a better way. You don't have to chase the sun or change your entire routine. A simple 1,000 to 2,000 IU dose of D3, taken in the evening alongside magnesium, could help your legs rebuild strength, coordination, and resilience while you sleep. But a quick warning. Make sure you're choosing D3, cholecalciferol, not D2, ergocalciferol. D3 is the form your body actually uses. It's more bioavailable, more effective, and less likely to cause imbalances. And as always, if you're taking other medications or have kidney issues, it's wise to speak with your doctor before beginning a new supplement. Now, for those wondering, can one little vitamin really have that much impact on how my legs feel? The answer is yes, and the reason is simple. Muscles are electrical. They run on signals. And when those signals fade, so does your ability to move, react, and protect yourself from falls. D3 doesn't just help you stand taller, it helps you stay standing. Coming up next is not just a vitamin. It's also a powerful antioxidant that protects your muscles from something most seniors never hear about. Not inflammation, not calcium loss, but something even more dangerous, internal rust that eats away at your leg strength every night. Let's talk about number 2, and this one goes far deeper than muscle tissue. It reaches into the very root of why your legs might feel weaker, stiffer, or slower, no matter how much you walk or try to stay active. It's called vitamin E. You've likely seen it on labels of skin creams, maybe even heard it protects the heart. But what's rarely discussed is how vital it is for protecting your muscles at night, especially as you get older. Here's what most people don't realize. Every single time your muscles move, they produce something called oxidative stress. Think of it like exhaust fumes. They're a natural byproduct of activity. But when these fumes build up too much, especially without proper rest or nutrition, they start to wear down your cells like rust on metal. Over time, that rust damages the mitochondria, the little engines inside each muscle cell that power movement. Now picture what happens when your legs are moving all day, climbing stairs, walking, even just standing from a chair, and you go to bed without giving your muscles the protection they need. That's like parking a car after a long drive and leaving the hood open in the rain. Oxidation takes hold. Weakness creeps in. But here's the part that matters most. Vitamin E isn't just any antioxidant. It's fat-soluble, which means it gets deep into the muscle cell membrane, right where the oxidation damage happens. According to researchers at Tufts University, vitamin E plays a key role in maintaining muscle integrity, especially in the quadriceps and hamstrings. In fact, in animal studies, a deficiency in vitamin E led to significant muscle degeneration, particularly in the legs. Now, what does that feel like in the real world? You might notice your legs getting tired faster, a longer recovery time after walks. Maybe stiffness or tightness in the morning that wasn't there a year ago. Or you bend down to pick something up, and it feels like your thighs are struggling to support you. These aren't just minor aches, they're warnings, and vitamin E may be one of the easiest ways to begin reversing that damage. But timing matters. See, your muscles do the bulk of their repair at night. While you're sleeping, your body goes into a natural detox and rebuild mode. And if vitamin E is present, it acts like a bodyguard, sweeping away free radicals, protecting cell walls, and allowing the fibers in your legs to rebuild stronger than before. The result? You wake up with less stiffness, more energy in your steps, and over time, a noticeable difference in how steady and powerful your legs feel. But here's a warning many don't hear. Not all vitamin E supplements are the same. Most store-bought ones contain only alpha-tocopherol, just one type of vitamin E. But nature gives us 8 forms, and your muscles need more than just one. Look for a mixed tocopherol blend that includes gamma, delta, and beta forms. This full spectrum is what your body recognizes from whole foods, and it works more powerfully than any single form alone. Now let's talk dosage. Most studies show that 200 to 400 IU of mixed tocopherol vitamin E, taken before bed, is both safe and effective for older adults. Especially when paired with a light, healthy fat in your evening snack, like a few almonds or a spoonful of olive oil, it absorbs better and gets where it needs to go. Some people notice results in a week. Others feel stronger after a month. But across the board, seniors who restore their vitamin E levels consistently report the same thing. I wake up with less pain. I can move without cringing. I'm not as afraid of stairs anymore. And perhaps the most powerful of all, I feel more like myself again. Have you felt that change in your legs lately? That slow, creeping stiffness? That lack of drive in your muscles when you try to rise from a chair or walk uphill? You're not imagining it, and it's not permanent. There's actually a better way. Vitamin E doesn't just protect your muscles, it gives them permission to heal, to bounce back, to hold your body upright with strength and dignity. That's why taking it before bed is so essential. It matches the body's rhythm. It supports the repair process when it matters most. And over time, it could be the quiet support your legs have been begging for. So, if you're over 60 and you felt those signs of weakness, don't just stretch more or walk longer. Address the internal rust. Let vitamin E do its work. And if you've made it this far into the video, thank you. That means you care about your health. You're not looking for gimmicks. You want results. Take a moment to subscribe to this channel. We share science-backed, senior-specific guidance every day, designed to help you live longer, stronger, and with less pain. And if you'd like to connect with others who are rebuilding their strength day by day, visit thegoldenyearsrx.com. It's our free community, and you're welcome there. Coming up next is the #1 bedtime vitamin for leg strength. And this one is the most powerful of all, because it not only strengthens muscles, it also improves circulation, calms restless legs, and helps you stay asleep longer. This vitamin ties it all together. Because even if you're taking magnesium, even if you're boosting vitamin D and E, none of it can truly reach its full potential unless your circulation is strong, your sleep is deep, and your muscles get enough oxygen overnight. This last vitamin does something the others can't. It's called vitamin B12, and it's the quiet hero that keeps your legs alive and thriving in ways most seniors have no idea about. You may have heard B12 is important for energy. That's true. But that's only scratching the surface. What B12 actually does inside your body is far more important. It helps create healthy red blood cells, and those cells are the little delivery trucks that bring oxygen to your muscles. Think about it like this. Your leg muscles, the calves, the hamstrings, the quads, are like engines, and oxygen is their fuel. Without it, they can't repair, can't recover, and they certainly can't grow stronger. They just sputter and slow down. And here's the scary part. Most seniors are B12 deficient and have no idea. Why? Because as we age, our stomach acid declines, and you need that acid to extract B12 from food. Even if you're eating healthy, meat, eggs, fish, your body might not be absorbing B12 the way it used to. That's why B12 deficiency is so common after 60, and why it's so often misdiagnosed. Now let's talk symptoms. If you felt tingling in your legs or feet, numbness, heaviness in your thighs, or even just overall leg fatigue that seems to come from nowhere, it could be B12 screaming for help. You may have even felt off balance lately, like your feet don't quite land where you expect them to. That's not just age. It could be your nerves misfiring due to B12 shortage. Harvard Health reports that B12 deficiency can lead to peripheral neuropathy, nerve damage that affects your legs and balance, sometimes permanently. But here's the good news. B12 is one of the fastest acting and most reliable ways to support your legs overnight, especially if you take the right form. There are two types to look for. The cheap one you'll find in most multivitamins is called cyanocobalamin, but that one is synthetic, and your liver has to convert it before it becomes useful. The better option? Methylcobalamin. It's the natural active form your body recognizes instantly. It crosses into your nervous system faster and delivers oxygen more efficiently, especially when taken before bed. Now picture this. You're asleep, your heart rate slows, and your body enters deep recovery mode. But this time, B12 is present. Your red blood cells are fueled. Your muscles receive the oxygen they need to flush toxins, rebuild tissue, and relax your nerves. You wake up not just feeling more rested, but noticing your legs feel steadier under you. No more pins and needles, less cramping, more energy to move. It's not magic, it's biology, supported by the right vitamin at the right time. One study published in the journal Neurology showed that B12 supplementation helped reduce muscle weakness and improved walking ability in older adults who were previously struggling. Another review from the University of Oxford highlighted B12's role in reducing nerve-related pain and improving sleep quality in seniors. So if you've noticed yourself getting up more at night, having trouble falling back asleep, or just waking up with sore, heavy legs, B12 might be the missing piece. Now let's talk dosage. For bedtime use, most experts recommend 500 to 1,000 micrograms of methylcobalamin. It's best taken sublingually, that means under the tongue, because it absorbs directly into your bloodstream without needing digestion. Even better, B12 is water-soluble, so any excess leaves the body naturally. It's considered safe, even at higher doses, especially for those over 60. And if you're someone who doesn't eat much animal protein or takes medications like metformin or acid blockers, your risk of B12 deficiency is even higher, which means supplementation isn't just smart, it might be necessary. Have you felt that creeping fatigue in your thighs? That strange buzzing in your calves? That stiffness in the morning that seems to cling to your legs like heavy socks? You're not imagining it. You're not just getting old, your legs are trying to speak to you, and B12 may be the language they need to heal. So here's your gentle reminder. You don't have to feel powerless. You don't have to wake up tired, unstable, or afraid of falling. You can start with something as simple as a small tablet before bed. A few seconds of effort. A world of difference. Here's a bonus tip, and it might be the simplest habit of all. It's not a supplement. It's not a stretch. It's not even a food. It's what you do in the last 20 minutes before you sleep. Because here's what most people never realize. Your brain and muscles communicate all night long. If you're feeding your brain stress, your muscles tense up, your circulation dips, and all those powerful vitamins you just learned about, they don't work as well. But if you send your nervous system one simple signal, calm, you open the gates to overnight repair. You literally train your legs to recover while you rest. So what's this secret? A calming routine. One that resets your nervous system without you even realizing it. It could be a magnesium-infused herbal tea, or even simpler, a breathing rhythm called 4 to 6 breathing. Inhale slowly through your nose for 4 counts, then exhale through your mouth for 6. Repeat for just 2 minutes. That's it. In a recent European study on seniors with chronic leg fatigue, those who did a short relaxation routine before bed showed 27% more strength in their lower body after 6 weeks, with no extra exercise. Why? Because their muscles were no longer stuck in a loop of microtension and inflammation. They were finally allowed to rest, repair, and rebuild. You see, the body doesn't grow when you push it. It grows when you nurture it. Especially after 60. So if your legs feel heavy in the morning, your balance is off, or you wake up feeling like you didn't sleep at all, this might be the piece you've been missing. Have you ever tossed and turned at night only to wake up with stiff calves, cramping toes, or knees that feel locked? That's not just aging. That's your nervous system holding tension like a vice. Here's the good news. You can change that tonight. With just 2 minutes of breathing, or 5 minutes of journaling, or even by massaging your feet with warm oil and gratitude. You're not imagining your pain, but you can rewrite it. Because strength after 60 doesn't just come from what you do. It comes from how you rest. And now you know how to rest like someone who's rebuilding, someone who's healing, someone who's not giving up, just getting started. And if you followed along this far, I want to thank you. Your health matters. Your independence matters. And the fact that you're here means you care about keeping your body strong long into your golden years. That's why I want to invite you to subscribe to this channel. We share real science, practical solutions, and senior-specific health tips every day. And they're all made with your unique needs in mind. And don't forget to join us at thegoldenyearsrx.com. It's completely free, and it's where seniors just like you connect, share, and support each other on this journey. Now, before we wrap up, here's something powerful to remember. You don't need to take all 4 of these vitamins at once. Even starting with one, whether it's magnesium, vitamin D, E, or B12, can make a noticeable difference. What matters most is consistency and intention, because strength doesn't disappear all at once. It fades slowly, quietly. But the good news is, it can return the same way, quietly, steadily, and with real care. You've got more strength inside you than you know. Let these bedtime nutrients help bring it back.